This is old Ship, Shipahoy41, and today in about 2 minutes I'm going to show you how I make my penman jigs. And some of my favorite jigs are the lawless type. To begin with any type of jig, the first thing that you're going to need is a shell and a hook. You're also going to need some good flux. You paint the flux onto the shell using a paintbrush. Be sure to flux both the shell as well as the hook. I use just a regular soldering iron that I bought from Walmart. I also use some real good thin rosin core solder. Most of the time I'm using a .032 diameter solder, a thin solder. Now once you have soldered up your hook and the shell, it's going to look pretty crummy because you've got all of that flux on it. What you've got to do before you paint is to be sure you take a thinner and clean the flux off the shell and off the gold hook. Once you finish that, you are now ready to paint. These are some that I have painted up. And again, I make my penmans either horizontal or vertical, depending upon what type of species I'm fishing for. But it all starts with a gold hook soldered to a shell. These are painted up to look like perch, bluegill, or just a thing. Finally, the last thing that I do is I want to see what they look like in my test tank. These are some that I have in my test tank. This is a 1/32 on the top and a 1/80 on the bottom. As you can see, they're very, very lightweight and they move fantastically in the water. Slow and undulating. These are tied up with hackle tails, but you can also tie them up with marabou tail or a kip tail, or if you want, just put a little bit of flashabou on them. This is my favorite lure, and this is Old Ship signing off for now.